Alright guys, so anyway, today out here working on this worm fodder a little bit. That's what I'm gonna call it anyway. All it is some old paper, newspapers, a little bit of water. Put it in this bucket. It's been sitting here for maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month now. Come out every now and then, it starts to dry out, bucket evaporates, whatever. Come out, add some more water to it. Try to keep it really moist. I'll stir it up, add a new newspaper to it every now and then. But anyway, a friend of mine raises a lot of worms. He told me do this. He said just set it in here and let it turn to muck, just back to, you know, what paper is when they make paper, back to the soup, the goop, you know. So it's been sitting out here a while, and some of it has turned back to the muck, and I'd screwed up and tried to do it with cardboard. Cardboard just takes way too long. Newspaper, this newspaper that you can see the big chunk of here, I put this in here about 2 weeks ago, and I didn't really rip it up or break it up. I just set the whole paper in here, and I come out here today and started poking at it and tearing it up a little bit. If you tear it up, it tends to kind of fall apart a lot quicker. But anyway, that's all you do with it. You just tear it up, put it in the water, let it sit there and just muck up, come out every now and then, stir it up, make sure it's good and wet, moist. Then when it's back to just that nasty soup, pour it in your worm bed. They'll eat it. They love it. It smells like crap. I mean, it stinks terribly. You can add some of your food to it if you want. Gives them a little extra something to munch on. Adds to your dirt pile. The worms are doing good. They're breeding. The dirt's still really moist. I guess I could go over here and move it around a little bit. Show you a couple. See what we can find here. We'll do a quick dig down here. See what we can find there in just a scoop. We've got a few. I really don't like digging in it too much because I don't want to tear anybody up. But got some wigglers and some night crawlers there. Now I need to come out here and kind of turn it every now and then, but you see it's still kind of moist in the bottom. And there's some wigglers, little guys. So the wigglers and the night crawlers are getting along pretty good. They're coexisting pretty well. And you can tell the wigglers, they're a lot smaller than the night crawlers. So some pond fish prefer the smaller guys. I mean, that's what you use to catch brim. You can tell they're still fat in here, and then use the night crawlers for catfishing or whatever. But we've got a pretty good population of worms in here. It's doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this thing. It's turned out to be pretty good for me. So there's worked out quite well. Like I said, every scoop there's a few worms somewhere, so doing all right. We'll cover them up, leave them alone, let them do their thing, let them be worms. Well, I'm not sure where I paused you guys at, but I dug the dirt up there and seen a lot of worms. I don't know if they're still on top or I put them back. That's terrible. But anyway, let me scoot it back around here a little bit. That's sad, huh? But anyway, there's a pile of worms in here. whole bunch. Red wigglers, earthworms. So as I said, I guess when I paused the video, picked up 5 or 6 cups of night crawlers and 3 or 4 cups of these red wigglers. We pick them up whenever we go fishing, or whenever we would go fishing, and then we bring the rest home and put them in here. And then after we picked up a few cups, we quit buying worms, and we just take 5 or 6 out of here of each. We go fishing at the rivers, because river fishing really ain't that great around here right now. Rivers are way down, they've been overfished, and whatever we didn't use, we bring back, put them in. Just let them stay here, do their thing. So the weather now has gotten cold. These guys do fine out here. Earthworms or night crawlers, whatever you want to call them, Canadian night crawlers. They're a northern worm anyway, so I used to catch them in Ohio when I was a kid. We don't have to keep no heat on them. They're doing fine. The wigglers, I don't know much about. Haven't really done any research. Feeding them the same, letting them be, you know. They're doing all right as far as I can tell. I mean, they're still in there. Anyway, good luck with your worms. Keep them fed, keep them happy, keep them wet. Don't drown them, but keep the dirt moist. I've noticed, I keep my dirt moist, the worms do a lot better. I know there for the first few weeks I was keeping it too dry, and then the next couple weeks I kept it too wet. I had to add some sand out of my yard to dry it up. I about drowned everybody. And then you know, just pay attention to the worms. They'll tell you what they want. Keep it heavily loaded with food. It smells pretty ripe. It smells like hog manure, but they got plenty of food. They're all fat and healthy. They're mating. I mean, that's a good sign. They're mating. Something's happening right. And we should have plenty of worms for next year. Hopefully the rivers will get back up. I doubt the fish population is going to recover by next year. Most of the ponds around here have dried up. It's going to take a while for the fish to get back. And like I said, this stuff here, just old soupy newspaper. I'm going to give it a shot. Like I said, a buddy of mine raises a lot of his own live food. He's got a lot of fish he raises and feeds, and he feeds them a lot of live food, shrimp, worms, all kinds of worms. I got another friend who raises all kinds of worms. He's got reptiles he feeds, and fish as well. And they swear the worms like this stuff if you let it kind of turn into a soup and dump it in there. And I guess you really don't even have to let it turn to soup, but I'm going to let this sit and break down for another couple weeks anyway, because some of it I just didn't tear up very well. But worms definitely do not smell good, so don't keep them in your house. I mean, find somewhere outside you can keep them out of the weather. You know, you don't want them to get too drastic weather changes, but shield them from the rain, the sun, all that good stuff. You don't want them to have a super drastic weather change, but we'll see how this does, and I'll let y'all know. So anyway, take care of your worms, have fun with it. See ya.